The Google Display Network and what you can do with it. 1 of 4. What is the Google Display Network? You'll see it called a few different things. Google Display Ad Network, Google Display Ads, and even just GDN. So, what is this thing all about? Google Display Network consists of Google's ad network of AdSense publishers, bloggers, website owners, people who feature Google Ads on their website. These are the very people you want to reach out to and network with via the Google Display Network. Let's break it down even further. The Google Display Network consists of 2 separate networks, the Search Network and the Display Network. With the Google Search Network, you can place ads that will appear in search engine results. So, whenever someone types in a relevant/matching search phrase, your ad can appear in the results page. When you advertise via the Google Display Network, your ads appear on relevant, targeted blogs and websites. When users visit these websites, your ad can be triggered to appear on targeted pages. Make sense? According to Google, the Display Network reaches over 90% of global internet users, expanding across more than 3 million websites. So yeah, you need to take advantage of this incredible exposure. One thing you need to keep in mind though is that you'll need a different marketing strategy for each network. Using the same strategy on both networks will outright confuse you. Since the metrics across each network are combined, if you aren't careful to create 2 different strategies for each network, you won't be able to properly and accurately assess the performance of your campaigns. And if you want to get the most bang for your buck, you need to set this up correctly. Since you now know a little more about the differences between Google Search versus Google Display, and how important it is that you create different strategies for each network, I'm going to give you more information as to why. So, to start, you must figure out which network will work best for you. Even if you plan on targeting both, and you should, you'll want to start with one, create a strategy specific to that network, and go from there. So, which one will work best for you? With Google Search, your ads appear in the search results on Google.com whenever someone types in a keyword that you are targeting. Think of the Google Search Network like you would the Yellow Pages. It's a directory of businesses that match certain search criteria. With the Display Network, you are reaching out to a whole other network of advertisers, and it has absolutely nothing to do with their search engine. With the Display Network, you aren't targeting potential customers or prospects who are searching for products and services. You are reaching out to people who visit authority websites and high-traffic blogs in your industry. It's a whole other way to generate traffic and bring in fresh clients and prospects. Choosing which network to focus on depends on what your main objectives are. Do you want to appear as an advertiser in search engine results, or do you want to tap into a fresh supply of targeted prospects by engaging with them when they visit websites in your niche? Don't believe anyone who tells you that you can create one strategy and apply it to both networks. They are outright wrong, and doing this will cost you money. Now I'll show you what you need to do to set up a display network campaign that will save you tons of money and headaches. 5 tips for getting the most out of Google Display Network. So, you're ready to tackle the Google Display Network, but you need just a bit more information on how to set it all up properly, so that you can gain the most exposure, at the lowest cost. To start, here are 5 things you need to know about both networks. 1. Each network requires a different strategy. I've said this before, and I'll say it again. You can't use the same strategy on both networks because they are designed to perform differently. If you listen to those who say that you can merely duplicate one campaign across both the Google Search Network and the Google Display Network, you will lose a ton of money. Why? It's because you won't be able to determine what campaign performed better accurately. Instead, you need to create 2 completely different campaigns and measure which one outperformed the other. 2. Utilize all targeting options. I will touch more on this tomorrow, as it's an incredibly important component when setting up highly engaging, successful campaigns. For now, you need to keep in mind that not only should you create independent ads for each of the Google Search and Display networks, completely different so that you can better monitor results, like split testing, but you should also target your ads differently to reach specific groups of prospects. I'll give you more information on this in my post tomorrow. 3. Focusing in on remarketing. You may have heard about remarketing before, and we go over this in detail in my special report. With remarketing, you are tracking visitors who have been to your website. You're following them around with ads on different websites that they frequent to effectively target them with ads that they are more likely to respond. Remarketing is one of the most effective ways to tailor ads based on what your prospects are most interested in, which means high-converting campaigns. 4. Stay in full control with managed placements. If you create an ad based on keywords, Google is in full control of matching you to potential prospects. But if you create highly targeted campaigns using demographic targeting, you'll be able to ensure that your ads will be on the most relevant websites in your market. 5. Create ads in every possible format. Don't box yourself in by limiting the type of ads you create. Instead, you want to create ads in every possible format, including both image ads and text ads. Keep in mind that some websites will only feature certain types of ads, and so by providing all the possible options, you aren't limiting yourself. That's all for today. Tomorrow I'll tell you more about how to create highly targeted ads that will put you in full control of where your ads appear. Do not skip tomorrow's post. It's one of the most important you'll get in this series. Until tomorrow. Please leave a comment below and follow us on your favorite social media site. Thanks.